Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have our 1 month update for this sealant test we have currently going on. So this is the third wash, but the 1 month update, because it did take me about a week before I even did the first rinse test. So to keep it fair, these were all officially applied onto this test panel 1 month ago. So yeah, quickly running through the products as always, we have Gtechniq C2V3, Bowden's own bead machine, Lithium Ceramic Slam, Mirch, Bead King, and IGL Premier. So yeah, we will grab our hose, and as always, this panel has sat outside all week. It's actually a lot of rain at the moment here in Queensland, so things been getting pretty dirty. So it does need a good wash. We are definitely seeing something happening on one side of the panel there, which is a little bit disappointing. But before I go too far into that, I will grab the wash mitt, clean it off. So yeah, as always, using CarPro Reset as our wash soap. And we will just gently wash each section. Okay, now we just want to thoroughly rinse it down after our contact wash. Get all the wash solution and any residue off the areas. Okay, so we have washed the entire panel off. We should be good to do our first test, which is going to be the sheeting test. So I'm going to try and flood each section. You guys probably already saw that this Gtechniq, when we were rinsing it off and washing it, it is now able to be completely flooded quite easily. So yeah, there we go. We can cover that whole thing and then the water starts to run off. So I'm going to say that's a little bit disappointing because it did not start off like this. So clearly it is starting to fail, basically. It's not like that this is just a sheeting product, or else it would still be looking how it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago in our first rinse. As you can see, that's taken quite a bit of time to completely flood off all that water. I've even actually put the panel on more of an angle this time, and yeah, it's still going. So that's, I'm going to say, a little bit disappointing for something that was so highly recommended. We getting a month out of it before I would sort of say it's time to reapply. So yeah, a little bit disappointing. Let's move over to the Bowdens. So we'll try and flood that. And you can see we are not able to. I think I've still got a little bit of the Gtechniq in shot, so you can kind of tell the difference. So this one is, the water will run off before we're able to actually completely flood it. And then as soon as you let go, the water will all completely run off instantly, and you're left with just a dry section with some beads left on it. So yeah, that's 1 month for the Bowdens. Keep moving over, come to the Lithium. So let's move that camera back a little bit. So here we have the Lithium section. And I'm going to say, again, it's pretty similar to the Bowdens. Not able to completely flood that section, and the water runs pretty much straight off. Yeah, very, very similar to the Bowden's Lithium, I'm going to say at this stage. So 1 month, those are looking good. Keep moving across, and here we have the Mirch Bead King. So the Mirch sort of started off looking similar to the Gtechniq. This is what the Gtechniq looked like at first rinse, basically. And you can see, it's definitely not looking the same anymore. So, definitely unable to flood the Mirch. And as you can see, the water comes straight off as soon as we stop flooding it. And last section we have is the IGL. This one has been very impressive so far and continues to be. So definitely unable to flood that entire section. Nothing to do with being the product on the end, because I'm going to say this one's probably the most hydrophobic still at this stage. So it's not like the end products are copying the most. If that was the case, then the IGL would not be looking this good. So yeah, there we go. I will move the camera back, put it in the middle, zoom out so you guys can see as we go over all of them. And you can see a pretty clear difference. So I'd say all these 4 are looking pretty similar. So if you just look at that water on the Gtechniq section, it's quite clear that it has basically failed. So I'm just going to have to ask you guys who really hype up this Gtechniq product. Has something gone wrong with the application? I did do 2 layers of it. In the application video, do you see that I did anything wrong that would cause it to fail? Or is this about what you expect from it? Is it about a 1-month product? Because I'm generally hearing people say 6 months plus, but I hear that about a lot of the products that I've tested in, and we don't get that. Whereas some of these other products which don't really give a time, they seem to outlast them. So I don't know if it's just hyped up marketing, but yeah, I'm not getting the results that I expected. So yeah, I mean, I'd like to give it a second shot. If you guys think this should have performed better, what I might do is up here, I'll do an extra little section. If you guys say that there's something been wrong with the application or something like that, right here, I'll do a little section between these 3 in the middle, and I'll put some more C2V3. Let me know if there's something that I have to do to make it perform, but yeah, just to show that it's nothing to do with where it is on the panel. I'm happy to do a little test section next week. So it'll be at the sort of 5-week mark, or 6-week mark even by the time the video comes out and everything. Let me know if that's what you think I should do. If there's something that has caused that to go wrong, then I'm happy to do so. But yeah, with that said, let's move on to our bead test. All right, so we have the hose in the mist function. We are going to mist over all the products. I didn't actually dry this before doing this, so we'll get some runs from some larger beads running off, but that's fine. All right, I think that will about do us, and we'll swap over to the other camera, bring it in nice and close. So we'll start off here with the IGL. Might just put this cover back on my light. So yeah, the IGL, still super impressive beads. Can't really see a difference over the last few weeks. So yeah, still looking about the same. As I will say, as I glance across all of them, all the 4 products which are still sheeting well are all still looking basically the same. I'm not really seeing any change in them. So this is the Mirch Bead King. So got some very tight, nice beads. Really nice. And we have the Lithium. So this one actually had quite a few larger beads run off. So we'll stick over to this section of it here. But yeah, as you can see, also looking really nice. Then we have the Bowdens. So same thing, living up to its name. So yeah, looking really good. And then if we come over to the Gtechniq, yeah, that is non-existent. There's basically pretty much nothing left there. So yeah, that's not beading up nicely. That's just basically what it would look like if it had no protection, like up here where there is no protection. So it's obviously got a little bit of something there left. So it's still slightly sheeting the water off. But yeah, I am really disappointed in that for 1 month. Not a cheap product, and yeah, it does not live up to expectations. So, I mean, if it was a faulty bottle, I know it does say on the bottle, or maybe it was the online instructions, that has to be used within, I think it's a year of purchasing it or 6 months of purchasing it. It has been. Just whether the supplier had it on the shelf for a long time, I'm not sure, but I bought it, I've used it within, I'd say 2 months of buying it, and yeah, it's not like I've gone over the recommended time, and that's a bit of a cop-out if that is the reason for it failing, that it's too old of a product, because my bead machine bottle from Bowden's, that's 2 years old. That's from before I started the channel, and it's still working. So yeah, I don't know. We will, as always, hold the rinse on and just check how they look, as this is the best way to see if there's any real differences. So the IGL, this is where it really shows how hydrophobic it is. As we let go, that water is instantly gone. So we'll move over to the Mirch. Mirch is super hydrophobic still. Mirch is really impressing me more. I felt like in the first rinse, I didn't think it was as hydrophobic, but I don't know if it took longer than a week to cure or something, but yeah, it's looking really good. As we let go of the water, instantly disappears. So I'm not even thinking Mirch is far behind the IGL. The Lithium, still looking great. Is there a difference between these two? No, not really. And we'll let go of the water there. Instantly gone. The Bowden's. So also no real change there, still looking great. Comparing that to the Lithium. And I say about even. So really, I'm just going to say, can I see a difference between the IGL at this stage and these other ones? Yeah, ever so slightly. So, I mean, it's not really anything you would ever notice. But just holding this misfunction on, comparing it to the Mirch, it's slightly more hydrophobic. It creates beads instantly, and whereas the Mirch and the Lithium and the Bowden's kind of have these like larger runoffs. So, I mean, they're so close, but I don't really want to say a first, second, and third, and fourth. Pretty much I'm going to say the IGL, most hydrophobic. These three, the Bowden's, Lithium, and Mirch, are all basically even at this stage. So yeah, just come in and give you guys a look at the beads. Oh, I didn't do the Gtechniq, did I? Yeah, it's not really any reason to, but here we go. Here's the Gtechniq. As you can see, the whole thing just floods up. There's your difference. So yeah, that's pretty much gone. We'll still film it next week, I guess, but it's only going to get worse from there. So yeah, that is the 1 month update, third wash. So hopefully you guys are enjoying it. I'm going to say I'm very impressed with 4 of these products. I already knew what to expect from the Bowden's, but I have never used this Lithium and the Mirch and the IGL. Those are all new to me, and super impressed with those products. So yeah, so far at 1 month, they're looking as good as they get. Yeah, right up there with the Bowden. So this test, I have really no idea how it's going to go. We could see a new winner crowned, and yeah. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this one. Give it a thumbs up if you did. For any of the Gtechniq recommended users, please let me know. Is that like, yeah, have you ever just applied it on without a coating, without topping it up? What do you get from that product for performance? Because if that's not normal, I'm happy to reapply up here, a little test section, a little bonus section. But yeah, interested to know. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and definitely subscribe for more videos like this. But with all that said, until next time, I will catch you guys later.